Mont Blanc. What makes this mountain so interesting? First of all, it's the highest peak of Western Europe and the second in Europe, after Mount Elbrus. The mountain stands between Italy and France. It's an imposing mountain, rising from valleys that are 3000 meters below. It's clearly visible both from the Italian side, the Aosta Valley, and from the French side, up to the Lake Geneva, in Switzerland. Under the massif there is a tunnel about 11 kilometers, which unites the two nations. The main excursion centers near are Courmayeur in Italy and Chamonix in France, connected when possible by a system of cable cars that cross the massif. The massif includes several important mundane mountains, such as Mount Maudit, l'Anguille du Midi, the Giant's Tooth, and numerous big glaciers. Nowadays, the summit is ascended by an average of 20,000 mountaineer tourists each year. With expert guide, it's a mountain that can be climbed by anyone with a good workout and not suffering from altitude sickness. Each year, climbing dates occur on Mont Blanc, and on the busiest weekends, normally around August. Some routes require knowledge of high-altitude mountaineering, a guide, or at least an experienced mountaineer, and all require proper equipment. Our routes are long and arduous, involving delicate passages and the hazard of rockfall or avalanche. Climbers may also suffer altitude sickness, occasionally life-threatening, particularly if they do not acclimatize to it. In 1994, estimates suggest there have been 6,000 to 8,000 alpinist fatalities in total, more than on any other mountain. Actual reported annual numbers, at least since the 1990s, are between 10 and 20. A point especially risky is the gouter color on the normal French road on Mont Blanc, and necessary rescue and reparation found that between 1990 and 2011 there were 74 deaths. The first recorded ascent of Mont Blanc was on August 1786 by Jacques Balmat and Dr. Michael Packard. This climb traditionally marks the start of modern mountaineering. The most popular route is the Gautier Route. This is the only way to the summit, avoiding glaciers with the inherent dangerous crevasses. Starting from Saint-Gervais-les-Bains, the tramway to Mont Blanc is taken to get to the Gare to Nid-d'Aiglay. The ascent begins in the direction of the refuge Terre-Rousse, crossing the Grand Color or Gauter corridor, considered dangerous because of frequent rockfalls, leading to the Gauter hut to the night shelter. Next day, the road leads to the Dôme du Gautier and the summit. The Roma-Italia itinerary crossed the Miage Glacier. Climbers spend the night at the Gonella Refuge. The next day, one project rode the Colos des Anguilles Crisis and the Dôme du Gautier, concluding at the summit. The summit of Mont Blanc has always been at the center of numerous controversy regarding borders. The 1860 Act and Attache maps are still legally valid for both the French and Italian governments. The second half of the 19th century, on surveys carried out by a cartographer of the French army, Capitaine Millet, a topographic map was published in France, which incorporated the summit into French territory, making the state border deviate from the watershed line, and giving rise to the difference with the maps published in Italy in the same period. Today, Mont Blanc is affected by climate change. Over the decades, many glaciers have lost significant percentage. Losing glacier means losing important freshwater basins. Summer temperatures are getting warmer at high altitudes, putting the ice and rock to hard test. The mountain is a significant thermometer of the earth, and at the moment, there are no good news. We can only hope that things will change in the future, and the snow will return abundantly to cover the 4,000 of the Alps in summer and winter.